What's up fam, chào các bạn. Welcome to the video where I'm going to be talking about the recent announcement about Farm 3.0, PvP and Factory Chain. So let's go. Yo! So the latest announcement for PvP just dropped a couple of hours ago and I've had a little bit of time to digest and absorb what's been said, and I quickly want to discuss it in this video, and so please leave some comments down below at the end of the video for me to get your insights as well into this announcement. Alrighty, let's get right into it. So this announcement is from the PvP Substack, so there's a link below for you to check out and read as well. So first up, today we have two big announcements for you guys. Now firstly, our beta for PvP mode for Plant vs Undead will be released mid-October on our new chain, Factory Chain, which means this mode will be used as a separate ecosystem along with a new token. So I did see some mention of this in the Discord, but it looks like it's been officially announced now. During the initial release for PvP mode, players who already own assets in farm mode will be able to replicate all the assets into PvP mode and start playing with the NFTs. So a separate PvP mode from farming and on a new blockchain and a new token. 1 week after the release of PvP mode, farm mode and PvP mode will be developed independently. After this point, players can no longer transfer assets between the two modes. That's super big news. They're gonna have a separate team for PvP and a separate team for farm. And your assets in the farm mode, so let's say if you had 2 NFTs in farm, that would be cloned, replicated over into PvP in the first week. So I guess that incentivizes you to get as many NFTs in farm mode as you can, because then that would be copied over to PvP and you won't have to buy as much in PvP. But one of the biggest questions about PvP that I have is how many NFTs do you need? 4, 5, 6, but I guess the more NFTs you have in your farm, you can farm a lot better with those NFTs, and then that will be copied over to PvP. So that means you have to buy less NFTs for PvP. So yeah, that's a pretty big development right there. For players can earn income from both games independently. For developers, we can improve the core gameplay of 2 games separately without fear of one game affecting the balance of the other. We have already expanded into 2 separate teams so that both games will have sufficient human resources. Secondly, although PvP mode will be its own game, PvE mode will be integrated into the farm mode. Update 3.0, which includes PvE mode, will be released in Q4 2021, so stay tuned. So that's the second big announcement. So PvE will join farming, which will still stay on BSC, Binance Smart Chain, whereas PvP will be its new game entirely on Factory Chain. So it's kind of like Axie in a way, where Axie has Adventure, which is PvE, and then Arena PvP. But that's more on the same package. It's all under the same blockchain. But yeah, this is interesting what PvE is doing. They've got the farming PvE on BSC and then PvP on Factory Chain. And Factory Chain is meant to be their own blockchain, kind of like Ronin for Axie. And it's great that they've already separated out the teams, and that each of the team can focus on the separate games independently. Now they mentioned only 2, but I reckon this is probably a third big bombshell announcement as well. In the meantime, LE to PVU exchange rate will increase by 10% every week to be in line with our initial design of farm mode. This change will first take effect at midnight UTC on Monday, September 27, 2021. This means that at this specified time, the LE to PVU exchange rate will increase by 10% for the first time, from 150 LE to 1 PVU to 165 LE to 1 PVU. This mechanic will remain in effect until Farm 3.0 comes out, and then PvE mode and other new mechanics will replace it. Now this is huge. The LE to PVU conversion was 100 to 1, it's gone up to 150 to 1. Now it's increasing by 10% every week until Farm 3.0 comes out in Q4 2021. Now, being Q4, there's no specific date, so it could be the end of December. So I love spreadsheets, so here's something I quickly cooked up. So the base LE at the moment is 150 to 1. That stays into effect until the 27th of the 9th, 2021. And then every week after that, it increases by 10%. So let's say Q4 2021 Farm 3.0 comes out at the end of December, could potentially be looking at 500 to 1 ratio for conversion, LE to PVU, which is crazy. So the 27th of September, that's 1 week until this comes into effect. So the question to me is, why are they increasing the conversion rate before Farm 3.0? And then how would you be earning LE in the PvE mode, and what are the new mechanics to replace it? Because those are my biggest questions, because I'm not too keen on PvP at the very moment anyway. I've got PvP in Axie, and that takes up a lot of time. It's stressful. I prefer just to be a lazy farmer and just do the farming, and PvE as well. If it's just a survival mode PvE, that's good, that's great. I'm all for it. I'm all for the farming and PvE. Maybe not so so keen on the PvP at the moment. Biggest question for me as a player, as an investor, is what is the conversion rate going to be? Like I know that these changes happen very suddenly, and I know that the game dev team have spent a lot of time behind the scene thinking about the long-term economics and the longevity of the game, but it just makes it a bit difficult, for us, as players, as investors, to gauge, what to expect. But it comes back to the question, why are they increasing the exchange rate? Now, they don't really explain the reason why they're doing it in the announcement, other than just saying it will come to effect before when Farm 3.0 comes out. So my thinking is that it has something to do with the PVU price, and they're trying to preserve that as much as they can up until Farm 3.0, up until PvP and a new token comes out and a new blockchain comes out. So I guess they don't want people to exchange or the PVU up until that point. So that's going to leave a lot of people with 1 week to decide. Once again, are they going to be in PVU for the long term, or are they going to sell everything at the 150 to 1 exchange rate? And so after next Monday, leading up to Farm 3.0, you don't want to exchange at these higher rates. So that's going to mean you're probably going to hold on to all the LE you make, and then once Farm 3.0 hits and the new mechanics come in, then that's when you're going to see this offload of PVU. I guess that means that, well, for me anyway, I'm not going to be exchanging LE to PVU at these higher rates for the next couple of months. I'm probably going to be saving up saplings and getting more NFTs until Farm 3.0 hits, and just making as much LE as possible. That just by initial impressions of the announcement, that seems to be the path I'm going to take, because I'm definitely in PVU for the long run. But it doesn't seem like we're going to be making the actual PVU token in the next couple of months, unless we're desperate enough to exchange it at the higher rates. But it's still the question of how the PvP gameplay is going to be, how you're going to earn the new token, and how many NFTs do you need to play PvP and be competitive as well. But yeah, those are my initial thoughts so far. Like, I love just the farming and PvE. That's probably what I'm going to stick to, and to stick to the BSC. But I'm really keen to find out these new mechanics in Farm 3.0 and how much money we're going to be making. But yeah, but having said that, I'm in this for the long run, and yeah, those are my initial thoughts and impressions so far for this announcement. Please leave some comments down below. I'd love to discuss with you guys what you guys are thinking, what you guys are going to be doing, and yeah, here's to the longevity of PVU and making money in a sustainable and long-term way. And that's it for this video. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers, and come on, get back.